Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, I'll be letting you know the lineups for the upcoming All Blacks versus Ireland second test match that has taken place on Saturday. But if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Nonetheless, let's get straight into these lineups. Right, so after the first match at Eden Park, it was a victory to the All Blacks, and now they head down south, and it is going to be played at Forsyth Bar Stadium, 7:05 p.m. on Saturday night. The Irish, they will want redemption. They've gone with a strong lineup. The All Blacks, couple changes that they have had to make, but a couple other debuts getting to make their way into the side as well. But we will start with the starting lineup. Number 1, George Bower. Number 2, Cody Taylor. And number 3, Ofa Tuangafasi. The same front row as they did go with last week up against the Irish. And it was actually a pretty effective front row in the process. I thought when looking at the starting lineup for Ireland, having Porter, having Furlong, and having Sheehan in the front row, that the All Blacks might have struggled a little bit. But these three, they did very well, which is why they keep their starting positions for this week. Looking through at the locks, someone who doesn't keep his starting position, it is Sam Whitelock, out with a delayed concussion. So because of that, they did have to make the change. Number 4, it is still Brodie Retallick, but then number 5, it is actually going to be Scott Barrett, a man who played 6 last week, and he actually had a pretty solid game at 6. So he is moving back into the locks, and then that does mean that there is a gap in that loose forward trio. Number 6, they have gone Dalton Papali'i, normally plays 7 for the Blues, but will be looking forward to the opportunity at blindside flank. And number 7, they have got Sam Kane, and then number 8, they have gone with Ardie Savia, the man who scored 2 tries last week. And now that I think about it, we have got 3 7s playing as our loose forward trio. Dalton Papali'i specialises in 7. Sam Kane, he is an open side flanker as well, and then Ardie Savia can also play 7. So if we ever run low on 7s, I think we should be alright at this point in time. But looking through now at the back line, it's being played at Forsyth Bar, so this man had to be starting. It is Aaron Smith at number 9, and then number 10, they have gone with Beauden Barrett. I know a few people were hoping to see Richie Malonga in the starting lineup, but instead, he will be coming off the bench. Looking through at the rest of the back line, it is unchanged from last week. Number 11, after having a very solid debut, he will get another crack, and that is Lester Whainā-Nuku. Number 12, they have gone Quinn Tupaea, and then number 13, Rieko Ioane. That combo in the midfield seemed to be working very well. With Quinn Tupaea playing that well in that match, that there was no way that they could have been dropping him, and same can be said for Rieko Ioane. Then number 14, it is Sevu Reece, and then closing out the starting lineup for the All Blacks, number 15, it is Jordie Barrett. But that is their starting lineup. Now we'll look through at the reserves, and they are going to be as follows. Number 16, Samisoni Taukei'aho. Number 17 will be his Chiefs teammate Aidan Ross, who now gets himself a debut for the All Blacks. And then number 18, another Chiefs player, and it is Angus Ta'avao, slots in at number 18. In number 19, a big return. They couldn't go with Josh Lord, as he is also out. I believe Tupavai is another name that isn't quite 100%. So because of that, Patrick Tuipulotu does make his way back into the All Blacks. So it will be interesting to see how Patrick Tuipulotu does after coming back from Japan. Number 20, they have gone Peter Gus-Sowakula. Had his debut last week, was able to get himself a try, but now slots in as more of a loose forward trio option rather than the lock. Then number 21, he is going to get his debut, and it is at his home ground of Forsyth Bar. It is Folau Fakatava. He was an impact player and a half throughout Super Rugby Pacific, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do in the black jersey. Then at number 22, it will be Richie Malonga, like I mentioned a little bit earlier on, and then another Crusaders player slotting in at number 23, returning from testing positive, it will be Will Jordan. So we'll have to wait and see how his fitness goes in the later stages of the match. But that is the All Blacks starting lineup and reserves. Now we look through at the challengers Ireland, and they are going to be as follows. Now, similar to what we saw for the All Blacks, there is actually an unchanged front row for Ireland here. Number 1, Andrew Porter. Number 2, Dan Sheehan. And then number 3, it will be Tadhg Furlong. So those 3 will certainly be trying to assert their dominance at scrum time throughout the early stages of this contest, and then have those big men off the bench be able to have a real impact in the later stages. Then looking through, it is an unchanged lock duo. Number 4, Tyke Byrne, and then number 5, James Ryan. And the same can be said about the loose forward trio. Number 6, Peter O'Mahony. Number 7, Josh Van Den Flair, who was very close to scoring himself a try in the last contest, unfortunately just knocking the ball on at the last moment. And then at number 8, to close out the 4-pack, it will be Caelan Doris. But that is the 4-pack. Now we look through at the backs. Number 9, it is Jameson Gibson Park. Number 10, returning, it is Johnny Sexton. Now there were a few questions of whether or not Sexton would be available for this contest, but he is good to go, and he did look alright in the early stages of that last match at Eden Park. Unfortunately though, did succumb to an injury, which did mean that he was off the field for the rest of the game. Then looking through now, out on the left wing will be James Lowe. The centres for this match, Robbie Henshaw at number 12, and then number 13, Gary Ringrose. So same as last week. Then number 14 will be the youngster Mac Hansen, getting the opportunity now. He looked very impressive in the end of year internationals last year for Ireland. He was out for the first test match due to testing positive, but he is back now and will be absolutely ecstatic to get to play at Forsyth Bar. Then the last name on the team sheet for the Irish, it is Hugo Kane, does slot in at number 15, but that is the starting lineup for Ireland. Now we look through at the reserves, and they are going to be as follows. Number 16, Rob Herring. Number 17, Cian Healy. And then number 18, Finlay Bealham. Now, he was actually a late exclusion from the side last week, but now he is back and will be slotting back in to number 18. Then number 19, they have gone Kieran Treadwell. Number 20, it is Jack Conan. Number 21, Conor Murray. 22, Joey Carberry. And then number 23, it will be Bundy Aki. So actually pretty much the same reserves as they did for that match at Eden Park. So what that tells me is Ireland, they are confident that even though that first match did go a little bit wrong, they've got the potential and they've got the talent to be able to go on and possibly make the series 1-1. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be back for our live commentary of the contest and also a preview a little bit closer to kickoff. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.